Osha Belle Hayden is someone who thinks our media is going in the wrong direction, with the preponderance of violence on television and in video games. So, Osha offers our last piece of advice for you today. We can and should prime our minds and those of our children in a more positive way.
Have you noticed the surge of violent media content that our kids are exposed to? I sat down to write this on the day that yet another shooting rampage took place. This time it was in a mall in Omaha, Nebraska, in a department store filled with holiday shoppers and Christmas melodies. A troubled teen opened fire, killing 8 people and putting 3 more in the hospital. I asked myself, why? What is happening to our youth? Many people, including yours truly, have been concerned about how much time our kids are spending watching media violence and playing violent video games. We've accumulated a great deal of scientific research over many years on the relationship between ongoing exposure to violent video games and aggressive behavior. Here is what we know so far. Engaging in violent video games has these effects. It increases aggressive behavior and aggressive thoughts and angry feelings, and especially in those prone to anger. It decreases helpful behaviors, and it desensitizes players to real-world violence. In other words, when they see violence in the real world, they don't respond with the normal concern and compassion. The lines between virtual and real-world consequences become blurred. It promotes enemy thinking. The negative representation of the enemy as all evil results in a polarized survival thinking that can affect daily interactions with others. And it activates various areas of the brain that we can now see thanks to advanced neuroimaging techniques. And now here's the kicker. It may literally rewire the neural circuits in the players' brains. The minds of these kids are being rewired and primed for aggression and a lack of concern about their fellow humans. I ask you, is that what you want? Now, I'm not suggesting that there's some big conspiracy of media moguls out there who are trying to prime our minds and those of our children for violence and aggression. On the contrary, what concerns me is the absence of thinking about anything other than perhaps their profits. What may seem like harmless fun and entertainment today has the potential to influence violent behavior in the real world. Remember, images are powerful. They can bypass the conscious reasoning part of the brain and influence your responses. So why not prime your own mind? You can reclaim your power and take control of the content that you feed your mind. Remember, if you don't prime your own mind, there are plenty of people out there who will happily prime it for you, especially if it puts money in their pockets. So, the next time you're confronted with the choice to view violent imagery, ask yourself, how do I want to prime my mind? The good news is that you can feed positive images into your mind, images and messages that support you in becoming the best human being you can be. Since we have the ability to prime our own minds and the minds of our children to be happy, successful, compassionate contributors to this world, does it not behoove us to avail ourselves of this ability? Think about it. Then say no to violent media games and take back your power.